We are given the diagram. The equation of this quadratic curve is that we are now asked to find p plus mn. The first thing we have to know that p is the y-intercept. And you know at y-intercept x is 0. Y, m and n are the roots. That's x-intercept. So the first one, so p is just the y-intercept, meaning x is 0. So root 3 plus 0 minus root 3, 0 squared. So p is root 3 already. Mn is x-intercept, the roots. So I'm saying that 0 is now equal to root 3 plus x minus root 3x squared. And this is a quadratic equation where m and n are the roots. From product of root, do you remember? In any quadratic equation, that maybe if you have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, the product of the roots is always, I'm saying, assuming alpha and beta are the roots. So the product is c over a. So what we have here is now the product mn is just, what is the constant? Root 3 over, what is the coefficient of x squared? Root 3 minus root 3, so minus 1. Therefore, what we are looking for, p plus mn, is just root 3 minus 1. So that's the answer. And if this is the resulting equation, when this intersects this, when the graph of this intersects this, find the function. We know at the point of intersection, if you have two curves, at the point of intersection means that the two function will be equal at that point. That is, fx must be equal to gx. So they told us this is the resulting equation if fx meets gx. So we now, the best way to solve this is transform this to look like this. The other equation, the other function, we transform this to look like this. The remaining function is now fx. So let's transform this to look like this. So we have minus x squared here, we have plus x squared. So I'm saying that x squared minus 2x minus 1 equals to 0. So we'll first make the coefficient of x squared to be negative, multiplying both sides by negative, minus x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals to 0. So next thing is, there is x here, there is 2x, so I can split 2x as x plus x because I want to bring in x. Again, there is 2, there is plus 1. Plus 1 is the same thing as plus 2 minus 1. So what we have here is now 2 plus x minus x squared. That is this to the 2. One of the x minus x squared. While the remaining x goes to the right, minus x. And the minus 1 goes to be plus 1. So this equals this now. So from this, we now see that gx must be equal to fx, and fx is that. So our answer is B. That's our answer. As to find the quadratic equation whose roots are 1 minus root 7 and this, and 1 over 1 plus root 7. So we know that for every quadratic equation is of the form x squared minus sum of the roots x plus product of the roots must be equal to 0. So every quadratic equation is of this form. So they gave us the root, so we just write, substitute, is x squared minus the sum of the roots, 1 minus root 7 plus 1 over 1 plus root 7 x plus the product 1 minus root 7 times 1 over 1 plus root 7 equal to 0. So we have x squared minus, so let's rationalize this. So we have 1 minus root 7 plus, rationalizing this is 1 minus root 7 over difference of 2 square, 1 minus root 7 square, which is 7. I rationalize the multiplying by its conjugate, which is 1 minus root 7. So 1 minus root 7 squared is 7 x plus, this is the product, so this is 1 minus root 7 over 1 plus root 7 equal to 0. We have x squared minus 1 minus root 7. You know this is minus 6, minus is minus, so minus 1 minus root 7 over 6 x plus, this is, if you rationalize this is 1 minus root 7 all squared, multiplying by the conjugate of this, which is 1 minus root 7. Why this will turn to difference of 2 squared, so which is 1 minus 7 equal to 0. So we have x squared minus 1 minus root 7 minus 1 minus root 7 over 6 x. Why this minus 6, so minus 1, we open up this, let's expand the square, so which is minus 2 roots 1 minus 2 root 7 plus 7 over 6 equal to 0. So let's multiply each of them by 6, denominator by 6, each of these by the LCM, which is 6. So we have 6 x squared minus 6 times 1 minus root 7 minus 1 minus root 7. So I multiply this by 6, that's how this became this. We multiply this by 6, that's how it became that. So minus y, this is 1 minus 2 root 7 plus 7 equal to 0. So we have 6x squared. This is 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. So we have 5. Again, minus 6 root 7. That's 6 times this. Minus 6 root 7 plus root 7. We have minus 5 root 7. X minus 1 plus 7 is 8. So we have 8 minus 2 root 7 equal to 0. So finally, since I have negative sign, so I better bring the negative sign out. So we have x, 6x squared plus 5 root 7 minus 5x. I decided to swap the sign, bringing it the same thing, bring the negative out. We have plus 2 root 7 minus 8 equal to 0. So from the option, the answer is, so it's option A. The answer is option A.